Hey y'all, Cookster here. In this video we're going to be finishing getting my door gap set between my rear door and the cab corner here. My last video I set the gap, the width of the gap, the door gap. This time we're setting the in and out, in other words the door skin versus the cab. So I had to weld bead from here all the way up, and I also used 1/8" welding rod here to build the gap up. And believe me, I'm not the first person to do this. Show car builders have been doing this for years. I learned it by watching some of those guys. You can watch videos on how I had to cut these doors apart and weld them back together. That's why the door was proud of the cab. So I got the doors good and straight now. The ends before were kind of curled in, and that kind of made it match the door gap here, the cab gap. Now that I got the doors good and straight and the ends don't curl in anymore, I had a big gap, a low spot basically in my cab corner back here. So you got to get good gaps, and I welded mine with weld bead. There's no filler out here. I don't use filler to build up my panel edges. I don't believe in that. I don't do that. This is completely steel all the way down. Only filler I got to use is where the weld bead stops and you got a little trough and you build it with filler. Well, this is the gap now. Obviously I'm finished. You can see there's weld bead all the way up, which there was weld bead here before where I had cut the cab and moved the back because the gap was too tight. So in my last video, if you watched that one, the last video I set the gap, the width. So this time I kept what I had as far as the gap goes and just had to build out, like right in here. Here's the welding rod area. Well, it was an 1/8" welding rod, then it was ground down. A 1/16 maybe of filler here time I get done, and that's well within body filler acceptable ranges for sure. So then when I wipe the body filler here, this will all get covered up, and then we'll have a good looking gap here. So anyway, let's get into the video. I'm trying to keep it as short as I can. I just showed a few of the steps that I went through here. Again, more cutting and grinding and welding. Alright, I have gone through and marked the areas where are high or low. Let me show you. This is low on the cab. Then we're kind of high right here. Then the corner's good. Then we're a little high right here, and we're low right here, all on the cab. So I'm going to just build this up with weld bead. This spot here is pretty low. So I'm going to build this up with 1/8" welding rod. So you're low here. I'll build that up with weld bead. And then of course I will put filler in here. This is not metal finished. Don't be thinking I'm metal finishing, because I'm not. Never said I was. I use body filler. Here where it's high, I'm probably going to wind up having to split a little bit and drive it down. I don't like doing that, but if that's what it takes. You know, my last video I worked this corner down here really hard to get this right. And it's still okay, but I do need to come back and drive this down. So I'll be splitting it again, this time on the inside probably. Alright, I'm going to start with the welding rod first. So the trick here is, I've already got the gap. The front edge is exactly where I want it. So the trick here is to put the welding rod right up against the edge of the gap. So I got to weld it, you know, back here on the panel side and in the front side on the gap side, and then come back down and grind it. I want to be able to grind it flat here. I could push the rod out a little bit and then grind it down, but there's really no need to. So I guess what I'm trying to say is don't make yourself a bunch of extra work by sticking it way out here or way back here and having to do a bunch of extra welding and grinding. It's going to be enough welding and grinding as it is. So it's just a matter of stitching this thing on. Take your time. You know, we're right on the panel edge, so there's not too much to worry about excess heat, but just take your time. You know, don't be stupid and just heat this thing all to death. Weld it, stitch it up, let it cool some, take your time, you know. Alright, the welding rod's all welded up. I'm going to finish welding up here, and then we'll come back and do some grinding. There is a section right along in here. It doesn't really need to be ground down at all. The 1/8 inch welding rod was a perfect thickness. So about here to here, I'm not going to rough grind right now. I will later, of course. Like I said, I'm just trying to get close. Alright, I just wanted to show real quick the area down here on the jam I had to push in. These areas up here were all low that I've already worked. This area down here was high. In other words, it's out too far. I got to push it in. I have two ways to do it. Split it out here on the face, drive it in, regrind the edge, and re-weld it up. Now, if you've seen my last video, I've already went through a lot of trouble to fix this edge. I already had it gapped well and dressed out, so I don't want to tear this edge up if I don't have to. So what I did was I split on the inside face, which I probably normally wouldn't do, but I did it this time. I split on the inside face. I'm going to drive it in. The problem I'm going to have is there's a curve here. It comes in, it curves this way. So when you push that in, that metal's got to stretch in order to go in. It's not much. I probably will be able to stretch it enough to do it. If it was a big gap, you know, 1/8 of an inch, something like that, I probably couldn't do it because it wouldn't stretch enough. I'd have to split across here on the face side to let that open up and let it stretch in. But anyway, I wanted to show that right quick. I'll let the camera run a minute or two to kind of see what we get, but I'm not going to show the whole thing because I'm going to use a spoon and just go in here and take little nips like this, nibbles. And see if I can do it without beating the outside of it up. Yeah, that didn't move. Well, you know what's happening is it's not stretching enough. I guarantee you that's what's not happening. It's in that curve and it's got to stretch and it can't. Let me try a bigger hammer. This could be dangerous quick. I don't know. Yeah, okay, that moved some. Let's see what that did. You can tell it moved. Now, I know you can't see it, but this flange up here buckled. So if it buckles out, you know you moved it. Oh, well, I drove it in all right. Told you it could make a mess. I gotta get the bottom down some more still. All right, now we're getting there. That's actually pretty close there. Now I got to come back and obviously weld it up where I cut it and grind it and then work this edge a little bit because I put some little bobbles in it. Nothing horrible, just I got to straighten them out. That'll mostly be a little grinding work and some file work. So I'll go off and do that and come back when I get it done to show you what we got. Okay, here's my door gap all completed. We got the gap set, you know, the width, which I set in my last video, and now the height is set. I had worked the crease out it, you know, in my last video and got it right. So I'll show you with a steel ruler right quick. So we'll start at the cap corner and work our way up. I know it's kind of hard to see. We got a good gap all the way now. It fits, it matches the door, both in the depth, which is this way, and the width, this way. Now we did get a little bit tight up here on the gap, but that's because I didn't want to cut up into here and drive this back, because I can't because of my drip rail. So I've got what I got, and the gap looks really good. I mean, nobody's gonna know that but me, you know, and you, whoever's watching this. So as far as the metal work for the gap goes, we're done. Next step for this particular area will be, you know, priming it and putting filler on it, and that's going to be whenever that's going to be. Let me show you on the inside too. So here's the inside. It'll take a little bit of body filler in here to cover in the low spots. Not on the corner, on the crease itself, just in the actual jamb. I want to put a tiny amount of filler in here to work the jamb up. You'll see down the road when I do it one day. It doesn't look bad, but it does need a little bit of doctoring. But as far as the jamb goes, the gap in the corner, you know, here, it looks really good. I'm happy with it. Alright, that's the end of the video. I hope it didn't bore you too much. I tried to make this one as short as I can. Just wanted to go over the steps real quick that I used to add this weld bead up out here. I still have to do the passenger door gap, which I haven't even started yet. So anyway, drop me a comment or a like if you want to. Be sure to do all the YouTube stuff. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, so when I post new videos, you guys will know. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Bye. I'll see you next time.